What's cracking, fam? Team Money down in the dungeon, bringing you guys a huge collection update. It's been a long time coming for this video, but so I just got home, took a shower, fucking long ass day of work. Well, actually, so I was gonna take a shower. I went outside to shave, because usually when I shave, I'll do like my beard trimmer on my beard and then my neck direct, so I don't need a mirror to do my beard. But I grabbed my shaver or whatever. I put like the extension on it like I always do. Put it in my pocket, go outside, pull it out of my pocket, start shaving. All of a sudden I realize the fucking extension clip fell off the blade and into my pocket, and I've got half a face shaved off, and I panicked and I froze, and I haven't had a clean shaven face like this. You're witnessing history right now, guys. In probably 18 years, literally. So I hate it. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. So, excuse me if I'm a little bit uncomfortable and self-conscious in this video, but I just am not used to looking at myself without a beard. I fucking hate it. But my mom says it makes me look thinner, so that's good. But you can see my butt chin too. But anyway, guys, let's get into the update. Enough about that. But it is crazy. 15 years since I last shaved my face bare. So next time you see me, I'll probably be back to normal. Thank God. All right, let's go. So tonight we have all kinds of goodies in here. Severen, Vinegar Syndrome, Black Friday hauls, and just a bunch of other stuff. Ronin Flicks, Arrow Video, stuff that I got from Diabolik, and all that goodness. So let's start off with one. Well, actually, let's start off with the non-movie stuff. So, got a pin here. This is from the Severen bundle or whatever. Udokir. So that's awesome. And then I got 5 Krampus pins from good old Pixel Elixir. So they're actually really cool. But they're not really like... Well, I guess they kind of are. They're, I don't know. They look more of like a flat finish rather than like a enamel engraved look or whatever. You can kind of see the shine. But they're cool. Actually, there you go. So yeah, these come in 5 variants. They have, oh, I don't know what the variants are, but there's purple, bluish. Sorry about the glare. And then this red one's cool. So yeah, 5 different Krampus pins from Pixel Elixir, which is awesome. Give you one more, like, oh, one down, close look at one. It's pretty cool. So yeah, we're on to pin board number 6, I think now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, so this will be the 6th one. And I have a few other cool ones that I got from Pixel Elixir as well. That I haven't put on a board yet, just because I haven't had enough pins to start a new board. But this will start it off, so that's cool. So, also from the Severen bundle, I got this cool spider resin, which was actually pretty pricey, but it's handcrafted and made especially custom for Severen. So it's actually really cool detail. You can see like the purple. Actually, is it purple? It's hard for me to tell. It looks like there's like purple in the eyes a little bit, but maybe it's just me. I don't know, but it's really cool looking, and it's a cool material. I don't know quite what it is. It's like resin. I don't know. It feels like a sort of like a plastic, but it's hard and kind of like resonated and crispy. So, but yeah, super cool. He was back in stock, so I had to grab him because I missed him first time around. And it's Horrors of Spider Island figure, and it's exclusively made for Severen Films by Little Shop of Gore. And they're just kind of like a couple doing some really cool, like, I don't know, horror related sculpting and whatnot, pins. I think they sell like a variety of stuff. And then last but not least, for the stuff, we got the Tree Topper, which I don't know if I'm actually going to put him, Jess Franco Tree Topper. I don't think I'm actually going to put him on the tree, but we'll see. But he's pretty cool. Pretty good detail there with him. Yeah, so that's awesome. And, sorry guys, I'm starting to sweat already. Not a good sign. Okay, let's get into the update now. So, first up from Umbrella, we have Rent a Pal. Rent a Pal. Will Wheaton plays one of the scariest villains of the year, which is awesome. I like Will Wheaton. Yeah, 1990, a lonely bachelor searches for an escape from the day-to-day drudgery of caring for his aging mother. While seeking a partner through a video dating service, he discovers a strange VHS tape called Rent a Pal. With its charismatic host, Andy, played by Will Wheaton, the tape offers him much-needed company, compassion, and friendship. But that promise quickly decays into isolation, exploitation, and murder. This movie is from 2020, I do believe. So that's awesome. Yeah, Umbrella putting out a lot of the good indie horror stuff exclusively. I don't think this has... I'm sure Scream Factory will probably pick this up sooner than later, if not already. But yeah, and then like Blood Vessel was great, so I'm excited to check this one out. I heard it was pretty good. Another one from, I think, the lists of films that people have been talking about this year, their favorite films of the year. So stoked to check that one out, Rent a Pal. Then we have a couple Scorpion releasing, and I apologize if you can see all this shit behind me. Just don't look over there. The Dogs of War, starring the great Christopher Walken. This was put out, I think, by Arrow Video as well, so this is just another release, but it's nice. Some special features there if you want to check that out. A nice little slipcover as well, so that's cool. Then we have Gun Crazy, which is MVD Rewind number 25. So they're cranking these out now. Don't really know much about this movie, but some sort of like love made them crazy, guns made them outlaws. So kind of like maybe in the vein of Natural Born Killers, but I think a little bit lighter. Not so harsh and brutal. I don't know. I've never seen it, but it sounds cool. So I picked it up. And then this one I ordered exclusively from Best Buy. I actually went and picked this up the other day. It is the 4K Total Recall limited edition slipcover book or whatever, 3-disc set. So classic movie there. I had to grab this one. It's nice. It's got that plastic slipcover that goes over the steelbook. Let's see here. Here's a new one from Scorpion as well. Well, a new release, an old film. Starring Sybil Danning and Wings Hauser. I love me some Wings Hauser. So, L.A. Bounty. Good 80s action. Just a greasy 80s action flick, I would say. It's actually, yeah, 1989. But anything with Wings Hauser is great. And I'm pretty sure he plays the villain in this one. I could be wrong. I've been wrong many, many times before. But yeah. Sybil Danning plays a ex-cop turned rogue bounty hunter in that one. So here's a new one from Gravitas Venturas, which is a very hit and miss releasing company in my opinion. They put out a lot of newer indie horror stuff, but I had to pick this one up. Cover artwork sold me on that one. Do Not Reply. So some sort of modern technology slasher. And then we have Adventures into the Woods, a sexy musical. This is a Dark Side releasing and in conjunction with Wild Eye. I think Wild Eye had originally put this out on DVD, and now Dark Side put it out. If someone can tell me why Dark Side releasing is so freaking overpriced, they're $27.99 minimum on the on like, you know, the Diabolik and well, I don't know about Diabolik. I ordered, oh yeah, I think they're right around the same price, Diabolik and Grindhouse Video. I know it was $27.99 at Grindhouse. That's where I ordered it from. But all of these have been really expensive, these Dark Side releasing. And honestly, they're not great films. They're not chock full of special features. Some of them are good, don't get me wrong. But and definitely some unique stuff as well. But for that price, I just don't really understand why they're so high. But doesn't stop me from supporting them, I guess. Smiley Face Killers. From what I remember, this was not very good. But I think I might be mixing it up with Smiley Face, which is another slasher movie from a few years ago. But yeah. It's from the writer of American Psycho, which is cool. Intense pulse-pounding serial killer tale based on actual events. So that's cool. We'll see. And then I grabbed Possessor, which Cronenberg's son, I think Brendan, directed this one. And it sounded pretty good. It's, who put this out? Wellgo USA. It's a sci-fi thriller. And it's just like, he's just like his father. You know, like, with the sci-fi horror elements and the, you know, the, using brain implant technology, a guy, it's Voss, takes control of other people's bodies to execute high-profile targets. So it's an interesting concept, just like his father was famous for. I've heard good things about that movie, though. So then I grabbed a couple from Temp Entertainment, the guys who did like The Dead Next Door and what's that guy's name? J.R. Bookwalter's company, I think. They have a website now where they're doing, I forget the name of it though, but it's basically Temp Entertainment, I do believe. Makeflix, I think maybe is the website. But yeah, unlisted owner, I don't know. The owner of a house has been vacant for years because of its dark history, but recent murders have taken the property to a whole other level of notoriety. A family who moved in has been murdered. Piquing the curiosity of a group of friends, armed with household video cameras, the group decides to break in and investigate. And you can imagine that hell does break loose after that happens. Then we have this one, which I believe is a gay slasher movie. 15th Anniversary Edition, October Moon. Never seen it before. It's also by Temp, Makeflix, or whatever. I believe it's 2006, so 15 years ago, indie film company known for releasing titles, took a chance in a subgenre not attempted, gay-themed horror. There is that great slasher movie that's gay-themed. I can't remember the name of it now. It's good, though. But anyways, October Moon. Story of a deadly gay love triangle, gatal attraction, spawned a sequel, scares of imitators, and annual, so I don't know, some sort of gay-themed horror movie, so that's cool. Alright, and then we got a new one from the indie master himself, I guess you could say. I'm not a huge fan of the Polonia brothers personally. I appreciate what they do, and rest in peace, John Polonia. But Mark Polonia is still at it from going at it hard and doing a lot of stuff with Wild Eye, but this is a new one from SRS, Virus Shark. Or is he doing a lot of stuff with SRS? I don't know. But it's from Mark Polonia, and it is suiting for the times. So we have Virus Shark from SRS. Alrighty. And then we have an awesome one that I've been really... Well, I don't know if it's awesome, but I'm really stoked to check it out. Terror Express. Anything that takes place on a train, I am totally in love with. I love Horror Express. But this is different. This is, I spit on your grave on a train, basically. So, I don't know. If you like intense, rapey, revenge flicks, I think that's Terror Express. But the fact that it's placed on a train sold me. And this is a new one from Severen. Code Red and Dark Force. We have Evil in the Deep. I much prefer this title. The other title is like Treasure Cove or something like that. There is a reverse, let's see. The Treasure of Jamaica Reef. But it's basically a spin-off of the success of like Jaws. And it's a underwater adventure. So I think the deal with this movie is originally it was like G-rated, and then they shot some more intense like shark attack sequences, and they added some more gore effects, gave it a little bit more meat, you know, to appeal to a, I guess a wider, I don't know, just because of the success of Jaws, I think they kind of went in and added some more footage, or I don't know, it could have been originally that they shot everything and then they put out a G, I don't know, but Evil in the Deep, nonetheless. I love anything that has to do with underwater threats, so that's awesome. Alright, let's see what else we got for like oh, here's a fun one. So I had ordered Tourist Trap. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies, for sure. I was going to say slashers, but it's just one of my favorite movies, really. And I'm really bummed because it took 2 months to get this. I got this from directly from Full Moon, and they contacted me like beginning of October, and they were like, sorry, we sold out of them. We're getting more in stock. They'll ship out next week. Anyway, flash forward to December 14th, 2020, like 2.5 months later, and this comes in the mail today, just absolutely destroyed. And you know, I was so pissed. I ordered 2 of these, and they both were basically identical. I think the other one was all fucked up on the bottom. This one's all fucked up on the top. I just was like, you know what? Fuck it. They took so long to ship me these out after I had emailed them multiple times. They finally communicated when I was finally like, look, I'm a supporter of you guys. I don't want to rant about it, but anyways, they sent me these and they're fucking damaged, like completely ruined. And it's a bummer because I even ordered the signed edition. So I ripped the shit out of the other one. I was so pissed. I just ripped it up, threw it in the garbage. Put the little toy over there, which is also pretty subpar. The Mr. Slauson action figure. It's about this big. Literally, it's like a freaking Cracker Jack's toy. It's small. And so, yeah. Luckily, though, Jesse from Diabolik DVD, I didn't know if I was originally going to get this at all, because it had been like 3 months and they just didn't ship it. And then, so I ordered one from Jesse and it came mint condition. So I have one sealed in mint condition. And then I have this, which is fucking destroyed. And then I have one that I opened, and literally all it is an empty box with a Blu-ray inside and a little tiny figure. So I will never order from Full Moon directly again. At least not anything that's, you know, collector packaging or anything like that, because I hadn't really had any problems ordering them from it in the past, but it just rubs me the wrong way that it took them so long. And probably, I know you guys are probably going to say, oh, just shoot them an email. It was a fucking pain in the ass just to get them to send this out. So I don't feel like going through it again, honestly. I just don't even want to deal with it. I just learned my lesson and I won't order from them again directly. But yeah, I actually have the Blu-ray. If you guys want to see it right here, this is the Blu-ray. And I love this movie. So I think there's some extra footage in this one. It's uncut or something. So stoked to check that out. Because Tourist Trap fucking rocks, man. But yeah, kind of a beat deal. But I guess it's to be expected considering everybody kind of talks shit about how this company is run and whatnot, whatever. I've never had any issues myself other than this. And honestly, it was enough to leave a bad taste in my mouth. So I won't be ordering from Full Moon Features anymore. And the weird thing about it is the box was like mildly damaged, but the box is inside. It was in a box and then it had like one layer of bubble wrap over it, I think. And honestly, the boxes inside, like this box, was more damaged than the outer box. So I was like, how does that work? How does that commute? So I'm wondering if they just sent me fucking damaged product, which is ridiculous considering it was literally a hassle to get this, you know, in the mail. Anyways, I digress. I'm trying to see where it says how long this cut is, but it's 90 minutes, and I do believe that it's an extended cut, remastered in high definition, Blu-ray DVD condo. Oh yeah, see, it's the uncut version right there. Usually it's right in front of me, and it takes me forever to find it. But so, big fan of this. Can't wait to check it out, the uncut version. That movie just works. It's creepy. I love Mr. Slauson, and I love the puppets, like the animatronics. They're just creepy. So that's awesome. Stoked on that. All right, new one from someone. Paramount. We have Popeye, starring the late great, rest in peace, Robin Williams. So I don't think I've ever seen this. I grew up with Popeye. My dad was a huge fan of Popeye. So he had me watching the show all the time, telling me to eat my spinach. But yeah, so that's awesome. Can't wait to check that one out. Robin Williams. I at least don't remember it if I've seen it. I think I probably have. All right. So other than that, we'll get into the Vinegar Syndrome and Severen stuff. Oh, wait. I do have a couple more. Sorry. There's always more hiding somewhere. Stoked to check this one out, the rental, Dave Franco film. It says a lean and brutal psycho for the Airbnb era. So that's awesome. And I spy Jeremy Allen White is in this, which is awesome. I love Lip. I love, you know, that show that's on its last season right now with Lip. And it's so good. What's it called? It starts with an S, right? It's a fucking great show. My brain's just not working. But yeah, there he is on the back there. So, oh, let me see. Shameless. Thank you. Shameless. Great show. I've only seen the American version, and I've never seen the British version. But this is two couples on an oceanside getaway. I get so caught up in, like, forgetting stuff. I need to just let it go sometimes. But blood-curdling horrific. They go on a weekend trip. It's turned into something sinister as an imminent threat forces them to expose well-kept secrets, and they come to see each other in a whole new light. So we'll see. I love Lip, and it'll be interesting to see him in a different role too. This is a Scream Factory release, and that's it. I thought it was maybe IFC, but it's not. All right, and then I'm pretty sure I showed you guys this one in my last update, but maybe not. So this is the 4K master of Vigilante. What is Vigilante 8? Is that a video game? Every time I see that word, I think of Vigilante 8 for some reason. I think it's a video game. But yeah, this movie I've never seen before, but it supposedly kicks ass. And it's Robert Forster and Fred Williamson, and it looks like a badass action movie, so cool. 4K master from Blue Underground, so that's awesome. And then I'm really stoked on this one, actually. This is from Fred Vogel, who I am not the biggest fan of the his trilogy or whatever it is, the shot on video, the snuff movies that he's done, but I absolutely love a movie that he directed, Red Sin Tower. It is so good. It's like a possession film. This group of kids go to this Red Sin Tower that's supposedly haunted, and they get possessed, and it's awesome. It reminds me of Night of the Demons, except it's like indie, and it's fucking great. So if you guys haven't seen Red Sin Tower, don't go by this guy's original work, because I'm not a big fan of it, but a lot of people really love it. I can't remember the name of the original films that he did. But yeah, so super stoked to grab this, support Fred Vogel. He hasn't really done anything in a while. I also really love another movie that he directed about the war vet that comes home, and it kind of reminds me of that Blue Underground, whatever. Shut up. I could go on and on and on about remembering nothing. Sorry, guys. But yeah, awesome. Oliver Ross, a journalist and host of a popular TV show, The Ross Perspective, reluctantly visits Western Penitentiary to conduct an interview with Darius Tidman, an infamous Pittsburgh murderer and death row inmate who's scheduled to be executed later that night. The face-to-face special broadcast programmed by the network as a last-ditch effort to boost Ross's plummeting ratings is being shot live from inside the prison walls. What Oliver originally views as a waste of his time quickly turns into a dangerous psychological game between two manipulative alpha males. Behind the scenes, Rhonda Cox, show director and Oliver's ex-wife, attempts to keep the host on track and guide him through the live broadcast, during which he must push through the darkness of the murderer's world, while wrestling with his own personal demons and the demons of the network. Oliver Ross's career and reputation rest on nailing the final interview of Darius Tidman. Psychological thriller is the 8th feature from award-winning Fred Vogel, and it stars Granger Hines, so on and so forth. It also stars Diane Franklin, which is awesome, and I actually won a signed lobby card or still photo of Diane Franklin. I got, I guess, picked out of the thing. I also supported this movie, so I might be in the credits. I don't know. I'm excited to watch it and check it out. But yeah, I love God, I wish I could remember. Redson Tower, and then Terra Sarchica or something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but it's really good. And so I'm excited to watch this, and I'm happy to support indie horror and Fred Vogel. And yeah, this is limited. I got number 292. I like how they did that on the TV screen there. So stoked for that one. Terra Sarchica? I don't know. It's so good. Both, like, I remember when I was in college, and this dude that loved horror, shout out to Charlie, he burned me like this bootleg tape of a bunch of indie horror shit, and I remember watching the movie, and I was like, this is just way too brutal, and just like brutality for the sake of being real. I just wasn't into it. But then, flash forward like 10 years later, I discovered the Redson Tower and Cella Turcica, and I fucking love those movies. So I've been a fan of Fred Vogel ever since that. So awesome. All right, enough of that. Shout out to those guys though for the final interview. I'm sure it's going to be great. Trying to see if there's anything else here. There is, man. I got a lot of stuff in this update. Sorry, guys. The Golden Child, just some good old classic comedy from 90s, I think, right? This movie is great. I haven't seen it in so fucking long. It's definitely one of those childhood classics. I don't know what year it was made. 90s, I think. 86. All right. And, yeah. So, can't go wrong with some good good old 80s Eddie Murphy, The Golden Child. Great movie. And this is from that Paramount line of Presents. They just did The Haunting, and they've done a bunch of stuff. So, stoked for that. Then we have Torched, which is a Ryan Nicholson film. Rest in peace, Ryan Nicholson. I believe he passed away. Director of Gutterballs. But yeah, so this is supposed to be really fucking brutal. And yeah, Unearthed Films, you can always count on them on putting out some real brutal stuff. This is the Blu-ray, obviously. I don't know if they did a 2-disc release for this one, but yeah, I've heard it's hard to stomach this movie, I guess. It's really brutal, so we'll see. All right, and then 2 more, and then we'll get into the Vincent and the Severen. Had to grab this classic movie. Been watching this for years now. Yeah, I think my dad originally showed me this movie Versus. So yeah, so many different elements like fused into one. This movie kicks ass. If you want to check out some awesome fucking brutal kung fu zombie mishmash of awesomeness, Versus, check it out. Arrow putting out the goodness here. Limited edition 2K release. Tons of special features. You guys can check that out on your own time if you'd like. But yeah, this is brand new from Arrow Video, so that's awesome. Love it. Versus, beautiful slipcover edition. And then, of course, we have the amazing 4K Tremors restoration from Arrow Video as well. This is the 4K limited edition box set that they put out. I don't know if they did a standard edition. I think they did a standard Blu-ray, obviously, right? Seems like they would. But yeah, 4K Ultra HD and 2 discs featuring tons of extras, interviews, short films, all kinds of goodness. So, yep, Arrow Video style. You guys know it. They have come to build this box set. So, awesome. Super cool. All right, let's get into the Severen. This actually came today, so this was kind of like I don't know. I think everybody was stoked, and then they made the last-minute announcement, and everybody was kind of bummed. So I don't want to say it was a bust, but it was a bit of a letdown as far as the titles that they released for their Black Friday end-of-the-year thing. I was hoping for a little bit more, to be honest, but a lot of films I haven't seen, really. So we have Family Portraits, which is worldwide Blu-ray premiere of Douglas Buck's devastating anthology. So it's an anthology film. That's awesome. 3 short films about brutal dissolution of the American family. Cutting Moments, Home, and Prologue. So it's 3 films released on one. And it says, the accident segment of whose directing credits would eventually include Sisters, The Sisters remake and the Accident segment of the Theater Bazaar was hailed as a nightmarish New York Times. So, most chilling portrait of the loss of humanity, manicured. Okay, so I haven't seen this, but I love horror anthologies, so I just have a feeling it's not like classic, like Creepshow style, but we'll find out. Then we have the Attic Expeditions. I don't really know much about this other than that Seth Green is in it and that it's pretty underwhelming, but comes with a CD as well. It's been called imaginative and audacious, fantastic and surreal. Experience, blah, blah, blah. I just want a synopsis. About a young man committed to an asylum where madness, mayhem, and murder may rip apart his mind forever. Seth Green. From Robot Chicken. Stars in this 2001 shocker Fangoria hailed as an ambitious first feature laced with a wonderful cast. So we'll find out. The Attic Expeditions. My buddy Chucky watched that and didn't love it. So, No Way Home, starring the great Tim Roth. Big fan of Tim Roth. So, this can't be bad. But it's just, I was hoping for more like horror, like root horror stuff. But anyways, it is Buddy Giovanazzo, the director of Combat Shock, put this one out. After, this is 10 years later, so No Way Home. Outsider with him, formidable, great period, delivers astonishing. 6 years, so a guy, a mentally impaired man released from 6 years in prison to live with a small town drug dealer brother. So it's more of like a darker, you know, one of those type movies, which is fine. It's just not my first love, which is anthology films, actually. But no. Tales of the Uncanny. Hey, Pipsina. How my baby girl? Pipsina come to visit? Hello, my love. You're so pretty. We have some really sad news about Pee-Pee, but we're not going to talk about it right now. She's going to be okay. But, my love, I love you. Tales of the Uncanny. This is Severen Films production, which is awesome. And from my understanding, it is a ultimate history of anthology, plus ultra rare features, eerie tales, and histories extraordinaires. I don't know. And histories extraordinaires. Okay, awesome. So anyways, it says when COVID-19 hit, come here, Pippi, my love. Severen Films chief David Gregory decided to ask their industry friends which top 5 films and segments would make the ultimate horror anthology. The result became an international Zoom-enabled documentary featuring a ton of people from the horror genre and a candid discussion of the best portmanteaus, I don't know what that means, in film TV history. As a bonus, Severen's proud to include a rarely seen 1919 compendium, Eerie Tales, and the Thought Lost 1949 French-Belgian anthology, Histories Extraordinaires, Unusual Tales. So, I love anthology films, so this will be interesting. A documentary on anthology films. Just what we need. That's awesome. And then this is just totally weird. The Color of Outer Space, I guess. It's just not really my thing. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't really know. I've never read this movie. I've never seen this movie. I'm sorry, I've never read the book. I think it's a book. The H.P. Lovecraft novel or whatever. And I've never seen the movie with Batshit Crazy that came out. Nicolas Cage. Only I would forget Nicolas Cage's name. So that just goes to show you guys how bad my memory is. Especially when I'm put on the spot. But anyways, yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll give this a listen if I had a VHS player. Sorry. A tape. I don't have a tape, though. A tape player. That brings me back, though. I had Big Daddy Kane on tape back in the day. Oh, and then I got a nice card, which I will... Awesome. It actually gives me a discount or something. I don't know what it is, but... Anyways. There's that. And then we got some cool stickers. They do their whole thing. You get your little card. I'll probably put that in the... when we get to it. Sorry, guys. Alright. Plague Town. This is probably the second most interesting film of the lot that I'm looking forward to. A real horror classic. Its graphic scenes are reminiscent of transgressive 70s when Wes Craven and Fulci were discovering new ways to violate the human body. Let's see. Plague Town. It's in the blood. This is a slipcover. Ooh. I'm bad. I gotta be careful. Like, my nails always screw up the boxes, so Be a little bit more careful while opening these. I already damaged this, but that's alright. Whatever. But yeah, Plague Town. I've never seen this movie. That's another thing about Severen, is their slipcovers are really tight. Man, that's like really, it's almost like it feels like it's glued. I don't know. Plague Town. If you guys have seen this one, let me know. I was going to open it, but I'm not going to now. It's too much of a bitch. And then, of course, probably everybody's favorite, I would say, is Theater Bazaar. Great anthology film from the early 2000s. And Udo Kier is in it, of course. Yeah, I remember really liking this. It's from 2011. I thought it was from like 2002. The authorized US Blu-ray premiere with hours of all new special features, including a CD soundtrack. So, if you guys like horror anthologies, more modern style, check it out. This is actually like a box. It's not a slipcover, which is weird. But yeah, this movie definitely needed a Blu-ray. Yeah, it's like a slip box, so you go like that, there's that. And then, bam, 2-disc edition like that. So that's sweet. I'll probably throw this in here. And, yeah, so if you guys like anthologies, and if there was only one Severen Black Friday sale release to pick up, I would probably recommend this one. And this came with mine as well. It's signed by a bunch of different people. So, looks like Tom Savini. I don't know if it's actually signed by any of these people, but hopefully. I'd imagine that these are real signatures. Looks like the director of Combat Shock, Tom Savini. And I don't see Udo Kier, though. He's a tough one to grab. They should be. Udo Kier should be on here because it is Udo Kier who is featured on here. But, yeah. Check this movie out. I'm trying to remember the shorts in it, but concept was unprecedented and lists 7 of horror's most transgressive filmmakers: Douglas Buck, Buddy Giovanniza, Combat Shock, David Gregory, Karim Hussein, Jeremy Caston, and take splatter effects legend Tom Savini and Richard Stanley, and give them total creative freedom to create their own short films inspired by the grindhouse. The result, starring genre icons like Udo Kier, Katrina McCall, Debbie Rochon, has been called widely unique, hilarious, grotesque, and scary, bloody, disgusting, and deviant, demented, and occasionally delicious. So that's awesome. Yeah, it's great. Great anthology film. So, super cool. And I love all those players in there, so there's that. And then you get this booklet as well, which is a comic book, I think. Yeah. It's the freaking Theater Bazaar comic book. So, this is, I obviously got the big package, which was limited to 300, which I don't even know. It's sold out now, but initially it didn't. So that's cool. Super cool. Oh, and one more, of course. Really excited for this one as well. I have, I think, a UK media book of this film, but Castle of Creeping Flesh. It's not amazing, but I do enjoy it. It's like, you know, it's got the Victorian mansion and the whole European feel to it. I enjoy it quite a bit, actually. And it is 70s, I believe. Guys, you make me open up everything. What if I don't want to open it up? What if I don't want to? I'm going on 40 minutes here. This update, it's crazy long. Sorry, guys. But, yeah. These stupid slipcovers, man. They really stick. And you got the stupid security sticker. Nobody buys Severen movies at the store anymore. Why they do that, I don't know. But all it does is cause problems when you're trying to open it up. And then my OCD wants to get every little tiny fucking piece of plastic residue off of it. Alright, sorry. All for that. Cool kit, cool disc artwork though. Yeah. Been a while since I've seen this one, but yeah, it's a German trash horror chock full of sex, sleaze, and strangeness. It's from the creator, Mark of the Devil. Comes a rarely seen Eurystheus masterpiece. Blah, blah, blah. A group of Borgias swingers stumble upon a creepy castle of the cursed Earl of Saxon. They'll discover an unholy nightmare of sexual violence, bombastic philosophy, deranged performances, grisly medical experiments, inappropriate music cues, and one very pissed off bear. And Jess Franco regulars, including... Yeah, it's just awesome. I actually enjoy this movie quite a bit. Love that cover artwork, too. That's great. This is actually the cover artwork of the media book that I have, which is cool as well. But yeah, I do really enjoy this movie, so I'm stoked to have a U.S. release on Blu. Ooh, yikes. I don't like these slipcovers, man. They damage... It's so easy to, like, damage the, to put it in wrong, and then you fucking tear the plastic there. I don't know. But stoked to have that one as well. Alright, guys, last but not least, we're going to get into the Black Friday, part 1, we'll call it, of the Black Friday Vinegar Syndrome haul. I'm just going to show you what I got here, wrap it up, and then the next video, I'll show you the entire haul. I'm still waiting on 3 different packages from Vinegar Syndrome, so I'll just show you what I grabbed in the mail the other day. I grabbed Dimensiones. This is from the Black Friday Vinegar Syndrome haul, which is amazing. That was expensive, but it was totally worth it. I love Vinegar Syndrome. This movie I've never seen before. It's called Scared Dead, I think. Maybe not. Fear Me. It's got a weird name. I can't remember the U.S. name of it now. Don't Panic. What did I say? Scared Dead. Don't Panic. And I believe it is a Spanish horror movie, so Mexican horror. Don't Panic. You know what that looks like to me? Have you guys ever seen the Tales from the Dark Side episode with the grandpa who, it's got that famous actor in it too, but dumb brain forgets his name now. But the grandpa, like, comes back from the dead, and he's, like, doesn't know he's dead, and his nose falls off, and he keeps being like, Sonny, or what's wrong? What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. And they're like, Grandpa, you're rotting. It's great. Anyways, that's what that reminds me of ever since I first saw that. But yeah, anyways, I digress again. This movie is from 1987, and cool. Looks like some sort of possession, crazy movie. This kid's birthday. His friends bust in the house. They bust out the Ouija board, and all supernatural hell breaks loose. Bonkers tribute to Nightmare on Elm Street. And I've been loving these, like Grave Robbers and Cemetery of Terror. So I'm actually really stoked to check this one out as well. Dimensions Ocultas, and I love how they do. They're so classy. They do the American. They give you the Spanish title or Mexican title. What's the proper English? If it's is it Mexican film? I mean, I get kind of confused between, like, where it's made, I don't know, Mexican versus Spanish, and I know it comes down to where it's made, but I just always thought, like, calling it Mexican horror was not proper English, but I guess that's what it is. Anyways, yeah, awesome. Stoked on that one. Then we have this one, which is another amazing bucket list item here. Obscure film, never to be released on anything. I have a bootleg DVD of the movie. I love it. It's like kind of up there with Maniac. What's it called? It's just like kind of like a tier 2 or 3 slasher movie, like Blood Rage and those type of movies. But yeah, I'm really excited. This dude escapes from a mental asylum, or he gets released, but they release the wrong dude, and then he starts fucking people up. It's awesome. It's got like some good woods camper shots and stuff like that. You can see there the ambulance in the woods in the back. It's just great, and this is actually a 3D film. Obviously, the DVD bootleg that I have didn't have any 3D stuff, but I ordered the viewer thing that was like $40. Sold out pretty quick, so I'm stoked to watch this officially on a nice TV with those viewers, and we'll see what happens. But this is definitely one of those films that everybody's been waiting for a long time, so that's awesome. And then, of course, we have the amazing Fade to Black. I watched this 2 nights ago. Hadn't seen it in so long. I never had the DVD that was like super expensive and like long out of print. So it is. They just killed it. I mean, if you compare Severen to Vinegar Syndrome, I mean, this go around, these guys definitely take the cake. But this movie's awesome. I love it so much. This nerdy kid who is obsessed with film, and if you see in the movie, he's got different posters from all kinds of great classics. But yeah, he just can't take it anymore. It's basically a story about somebody that's bullied and their home life and their personal life and their relationship with their, I think it's his aunt. He just can't take it anymore. So he's going to go do some crazy shit and do it all movie. This is like an homage to film in general. It's all the classics. So yeah, this guy dresses up as different characters from classic movies and murks the shit out of people that he doesn't like. So it's awesome. And then he just goes crazy, but so good. Fade to Black, amazing. Yeah, I mean, you guys have probably seen this by now, but I'll show you the inside. 2 really nice slipcovers with this one as well. I just showed you that. Special features. I like how they used to do it with the features listed on the column on the side. It's just kind of easier for me to read. Visually, I like that better, or the layout at least. But I mean, this is fine. Tons of special features. I'm not going to go into them all, but great release. Long time coming. Definitely a bucket list Blu-ray there. So cool. And then we have 2 more from this haul. We have the Beastmaster, which actually tonight I heard there's something wrong with the second Blu-ray. I don't know what. Who knows? But this is an amazing release. Yeah, and I'm stoked to revisit this film. Just a fun adventure, fantasy, fucking Deathmaster, Hercules style. Goodness, you know what I mean, right? So 4K, whoever thought we'd get a 4K of Beastmaster. And it's got that sweet little ribbon that you pull out the disc on, or you could just go like that. Either way, you get a nice booklet, and then you get a nice, oh, it's a slipcover. I thought it was a book, but yeah, then you get the actual disc like that. Boom, boom. So yeah, there's a lot to this release. I mean, you got the slipcover. 2 amazing, and look at that artwork. It's just like so classy. Tons of special features. There you go. Check them out if you would like. And I have a feeling this is going to sell out pretty quick, so I would get it if you didn't pick it up Black Friday and you want it when the sale or when the site opens back up. I would probably grab it. Look at that artwork. So sweet. So crisp. I love that like soft like paper texture, and then you got a little bit of like gloss. I like it. It's a nice combo, and this thing is just class right here, man. So nice. So sweetness, yeah, buddy. We got that. We got that. We got a nice booklet too. I love the smell of the pages of the booklet. But yeah, just some stills and a bunch of talking about the film and awesomeness. So really, really cool. I think Umbrella had put this out on Blu-ray. I think I have that. And that was it, really, I think, other than a US DVD. I could be wrong. But last but not least, we have Forgotten Gialli Volume 2. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, I've never seen any of these movies. The French Sex Murders, My Dear Killer, and Girl in Room 2A. But similar to some of the other box sets that they've done, you got the amazing artwork on both sides. You pull it off like that. Yeah, it's so classy. And then you've got the 3 films on 3 different discs inside. Class, class, and more class. Fucking love Vinegar Syndrome so much. So, particularly excited for My Dear Killer and Girl in Room 2A, the French Sex Murders, Giallo-esque, perhaps. Oh yeah, I see a severed head. That's awesome. I'm psyched for all of these. So, yeah. Cheers, Vinegar Syndrome. You guys fucking rock. Love you. And that's it for this update, guys. I've been rambling for almost 50 minutes. So, thanks for watching. As always, hope everybody's safe. Notice I didn't look into the camera like once because I don't want to look at that. I don't like what I see. maybe next time you guys see me, I'll have a beard back. Hopefully. Pray for that. Peace, guys. Love you.